Hey everybody, I'm Chase from the Disc Golf Underground here with Nathan. We're out in Austin, Texas, and we're going to be testing out some new discs. It's April 22nd, so yesterday on the 21st, a new disc golf company launched. It's called Mint Discs. They're based here in Austin, Texas, and one of the founders and I have been talking back and forth for a couple of years now through the Vibram Facebook page. At one point was a fan of some Vibram stuff and has since started progressing on in his disc golf and trying to come up with his own disc line now. And he's created a new disc. It's called the Alpha. So as I got here to Austin today, he left me a little box, and we're gonna open it up, see what these discs look like, and see how we can test them out. It's a little bit windy here today, that's why you might be hearing some background noise, so apologize for that. But we want to check out some of these discs. The Alpha is described as a power fairway driver, so a little bit overstable, but nothing super crazy like we might think of a Firebird as a fairway driver. So the Alpha, I've got a pink one here in Eternal plastic. This is the typical see-through, very durable, very low beat-in period, looks like. The next one here is in their Apex plastic, typical, a little bit more gummy, a little bit grippier, a little bit softer. We'll see how these go together. And then the last one here is in their Sublime plastic. Sublime looks like it's a mix between the Eternal and the Apex, but it's kind of their higher end is what they describe it as. We don't know how they're gonna fly yet, but we're gonna check it out. So Nathan's got a couple also that he got, and he's got an Apex and an Eternal plastic as well. We want to throw them. We've got a basket set up, and we'll move the basket around between 300, 350, and 400 feet, so y'all get an idea as to how far we're able to move this power fairway driver around. Thanks again, Guy. You know, it's exciting to get new disc golf stuff out in the market. Even though it's not made of rubber, I'm looking forward to checking it out. So thanks, Guy. Good luck, Mint Discs, in your new endeavor, and I look forward to seeing some video on as to how these fly. Thanks for watching. Okay, first thing you'll probably notice throughout this video is we did not end up moving the basket around. We stayed right at 300 feet the whole time. The wind was coming, and after doing a bunch of warm-up shots and getting ready for this video, we realized that it was not the best conditions for a testing video, but we still wanted to put something together for everyone. Nathan, as you saw here, starts off throwing left hand, whereas I throw right hand. I had a harder time managing the wind with the stability of this disc, whereas he was able to put it up and out and let it fight back pretty well and get close to the basket most of the time when he was doing his backhand shots. Whereas where I was throwing my right hand backhand, I kept getting the wind under the disc, and it was pushing it too far to the left, and then I tried compensating for it. Only 1 out of the 4 shots I threw turned out in a really good position. After this, Nathan tried doing some Anheuser shots, which worked out pretty well for a demonstration of how stable this disc can be. Keeping in mind that he's throwing the bottom of the disc up into his Anheuser route, the disc is still able to fight the wind and his Anheuser and stable out and finish to the right, which was pretty fun to see. He made a couple of decent shots there. Later, where I come in and start throwing on a flex forehand route, we're able to see the disc do the exact same thing. It comes out in the Anheuser or the flex line for my forehand throw, but yet it's able to be stabled out and wrap around and come back and finish on the stable side, even with the wind pushing it around and the angle that we released it on. Very nice, fun, stable disc to throw. Not crazy stable, like it's gonna, unbearable to throw. We were able to push it out past 300 feet. Max distance from today's experiment, even though we weren't even really trying to get max distance, was about 340 is what we were able to throw it out to. But really easy to get to 300 with our arm speed, and flew pretty well. There was not a ton of high speed turn, but there was a very consistent low speed fade at the end. The disc numbers on the website are 8502. So something you would expect out of a disc that you can put some good muscle on and still have it not turn and burn on you, but still finish to the left, or if left if you're right hand backhand, still finish to the stable side. Fun disc to throw. It's made of plastic, and I throw Vibram, so I'll probably stick with my Vibram stuff, but it wasn't quite as stable as a notch, which is what I'm most used to, but it was definitely more stable than an arch. But it was a great disc. I'm really excited to have tested out in the wind. There'll be more videos coming from this one, though. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. I just want to talk a little bit more about the Alpha. This disc worked pretty well. It was decently overstable, but not crazy. And even though I didn't really have on video a couple of good backhand shots, once my camcorder died, my brother and I sat out there and we kept throwing, and I dialed it in a little bit better. Surprisingly though, out of everything, my forehand with this disc was pretty on point. I was able to throw it out with a slight Anheuser release to get a good flex shot out of it, even as it fought against the wind. So very comfortable disc for me to forehand, and forehand isn't necessarily a power shot in my game, even though it has been getting better over the last 3 or 4 months as I've been trying to practice it a lot more. I was able to get this disc out about 300 pretty easily through forehand, and then backhand we were throwing it 330, 340 without trying too hard, even through all the crazy wind there. So thanks again, Guy, for sending me over a couple of these discs to test out. I'm going to do it again with some better conditions outside where the wind's not blowing 15 miles an hour or more. So we'll look forward to making another video with these. Another interesting thing is if you look on this disc here, you'll see a little serial number. I saw online as I was getting this squared away. That's a special serial number that they're going to put on each disc. So this means it's Eternal Plastic, the Alpha Mold Lot 1 from 2017. Whereas this disc here says it's Apex Plastic Lot A, or Alpha Mold Lot 1 2017. So it looks like every time that they make a disc, they're going to change that serial number up, so you'll be able to know which run of plastic you like the most, which one flies the certain way that you're looking for. So that's a really cool idea from them, similar to how Millennium puts their lot and mold their lot numbers next to it, like 1.8 or 2.1, whatever it might be. So a great idea from Apex to be able to help their consumer to be able to find the disc that they're looking for. And like I said, great disc. It was fun throwing. It's not as beefy as I was thinking it might be when it said power fairway. It made me think really overstable, but definitely not a turn and burn disc either. It really held the wind, or it really fought against the wind and held the lines we put it on with that very predictable comeback at the end. If you notice on some of the video shots, we'd throw them straight and then the wind would kick up under it, plus the stability of the disc, and it would throw it halfway across the field. So, like I said, thanks again, Guy. Have a great time. We'll see y'all later.